So, welcome to part two of this episode titled Reminisce with Noh Alam Shah. And in this part now, we're going to start off with his experience overseas. So, Alam Shah, you played for three Indonesian clubs and a Malaysian club. What's the
Yeah,
experience like playing overseas compared to playing here?
I think every time you step abroad, there's always a different mindset that you bring along. Lah. Basically, the first thought is always that, hey, you're bringing you are representing your country every day, every second. Then you have to be on your toes all the time. Yeah, even the short trials we into 2005 with Nottingham and Skonto Riga in Latvia. I
Yeah.
think that builds me to become at that period lah the best striker that I was before. Yeah.
Yeah, on that
So
trials also, how did those trials come about? Notts County and Skonto Riga.
so with North County, it was the context of Ready Abramovic, and then also with my boss, Mr. Teo Hoxing, pursuing it all the time lah.
Mm.
So that puts me a chance to go and try with North County at that point in time. Unfortunately, it doesn't materialize because of the work permit.
Mm.
I truly impressed over there, basically. Yeah.
Wow. Mm.
Hence, scouts were there. And that's why when I come back, and then this Conto Riga put it a fax over and have a letter of offer for me to go. Uh, so when I go to Skonto Riga, it was like a week or two after I went to North County. When I go there, we did the medical. We were on the verge of signing, but again, uh, my ex-wife just gave birth to my child, and then it is then I returned back lah without
Okay.
pursuing.
Okay.
It was a very good offer lah because they were playing in the uh,
Champions League as well.
qualifying of Champions League. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they won the title for the last 14 years.
Mm.
So I really don't know whether a mistake or not lah. But if you compare it to my son, I will always choose my son lah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Heartwarming. Okay, going back again, when you go and play in these European countries, what was the experience like? Like the difference, especially, the weather is different. Language also is different because you go to Latvia, they
Yeah,
mostly won't be speaking English.
yeah.
So what's that experience like when you go there first time?
It was very difficult lah because back then there was like handphone calls. There was no WhatsApp. There was no video
Yeah,
calls. It was tough
yeah,
because literally, you're paying a bomb just to call back home, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and then it was very difficult. And then you are really on your own overseas at that time. But I like I told you, I was very clear of what I want to be lah. Uh,
Mm.
so like every time when I play abroad or even with the national team, food, the weather doesn't actually really bother me lah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I was really the only thing that bothers me is the fact that I have a kid being delivered back in Singapore lah. Yeah. So that's why I keep telling everybody, to follow Fandi footsteps. If you want to get married after 30s.
Uh,
So you won't have to fall into decision where like you have to pick family anytime.
yeah.
Yeah. So the advice for whatever things they got the talent or what, please don't get married at mid 20s because mid 20s are the best playing time that you're gonna be at lah. Uh-uh.
Mm.
So it helps me lah. It helps me boost my confidence because when I go there, when I go to North County, it was very surprising me. I felt like Maradona. No, I was there, was dribbling because at that point in time, they were playing direct football all the time, so they were
Yeah.
stiff, really stiff. So I
Okay.
was more agile, more
Mm.
coordinated, than them.
Mm.
And after when I come back, I say, hey, everybody must go out from this country. I was telling everybody. So
Mm.
it builds a lot of confidence in me. And then when I go play, even in Thailand, because of the short stint in England and Latvia, right? Then I
Mm.
believe that, hey, I'm the best. And then that's why I become, at that period of time, I was scoring a lot of goals and everything.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So,
Now coming back closer to home now, Indonesia
yeah.
and Malaysia culturally is still a bit similar, but still
Mm.
you're away from family. Do you bring your family along during this time when you played in Indonesia and Malaysia, or were you on
Uh,
your own?
I was on my own, but it was nearer. So basically, they can come. And then in Malaysia, it was much more easier because it was just a drive up, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't enjoy my time with the Malaysia Cup because I have to undergo an operation on my ankle. At that point, I
Okay.
was out like for 4 5 months. Yeah, and then I played the Malaysia Cup with them for maybe 5 games only. Then after that, I left the club. Then
Mm.
I come back to Tampines for a short period before I went back to Indonesia lah. So Indonesia played a very very big made a very big impact in my life lah. Over there, I cannot taste the Malaysia Cup times, right? But over there, I
Yeah.
felt that it was much more bigger than the Malaysia Cup lah, because I basically, me and Ridwan dominated the league of 280 million people of
Mm.
population there, right? So it was much more bigger. The traveling wasn't a drive up like when in Malaysia, it was like a fly up to everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was much more tougher, but it was made enjoyable because we won the league in the first season, and then the second league we was runner up, and then we play in the Champions League. So
This is for Arema, right?
this is for Arema, and then
Mm.
I go there, captain the side and everything. So it was a very 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 good moment for me lah.
Mm. The fans were crazy. I believe you had an issue where you wanted to cross the street and you were stopped for an hour.
Uh, uh, I've never go out in Malang. So Arema was in Malang. Is in Malang it is
Yeah.
in East Java, And then I never go out. So that's where I pick up golf in Indonesia, because golf was nobody can go inside.
Yeah.
So I cannot go inside mall. I cannot go walk on the street. So it was a take the car from my house, go to the golf course, and then back again. So my life is always training session, golf, home, training session, golf, home. So it was the first route every time I took. The fans until today, they are still a little bit crazy lah. It was a good moment lah. At least I get a feel of how Fandi felt at that time, no. Yeah,
Mm. And you also played for Persib Bandung and PSSS Sleman.
yeah. Uh-uh.
Yeah.
So I played for Persib for maybe half a season, which I did really well also.
Mm.
But it was in 2012. Then I got the news that my father is getting the release in
Okay.
July 2012. Hence the
Mm.
reason why I made a decision to break my contract with Persib and head back home.
Okay.
And that was the best decision I made. I
Uh,
joined back Tampines, and then I get to reform my father being by his side. And then
mm.
until today, he's outside. I think uh, it helps him a lot that his son, all his son were beside him at that point of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed as well your decisions all revolved around family. So family meant a lot to you.
Oh, eh, wherever you go, if you know one Noh Alam Shah, wherever he is, it's always about brothers. It's always about families. Even in the team, you won't be able to touch any of my other 10 mates if if you are in the same JC with me, you're protected lah. That's it lah. That's how it is lah.
Okay. And coming back now to the national team, they had a very successful time with the Singapore national team. Let's talk
Yeah.
about the two triumphs you had with the national team, the AFF Cups in 2004 and 2007.
Yes. Yeah.
What on the road to winning these titles, what was the difference between the two?
So the 2004, okay, both have a very, very good bond, but the 2004 was much, much more uh, a better team in terms of the mentality we have. Because we were being outcast as nobody, in
In
2004. Nobody
2004.
supported.
This
Yeah,
is
in
2004.
2004. Yeah,
Okay.
2004, nobody give us a chance of even
Okay.
going past the group stage and everything. But I think 2004 was a very resilient team. I have to say, we were very close together, and then Coach Reddy made a very, very good decision, bringing on funding into the team.
Mm,
So he understand that, hey, the team needs somebody to look up to, and a guy who has this winning mentality all the times, right?
mm,
So he brought in. So everybody was good. We played uh, football with pride, and
mm,
won the title with pride. It is not the tactical was minimal. I can
mm,
tell you. When we don the JC, it's all about going forward together, going
mm,
backwards together, going left and right together. That's all we need.
mm,
So we won it with pride. But in 2007, when the younger ones were mature, we won the 2004 with uh, 19 years old Khairul Amri, 20 years old Ridwan Mohammed, Syaril Isha, Bayaki. I was 24 at that point of time.
mm,
ID was 29 or 30. Mani, Hasrin Jalani, Tachuan were the elder one. You know,
mm,
But when 2007, the 20 years old boys, the 19 years old boys mature, then we become a dominant force.
mm,
Even we don't even bat an eyelid when we play against Thailand. We know everybody in the Southeast Asia we're going to beat, because we believe that our level was already in Asia. At that time, we were thinking of how to beat Oman, Uzbek, Saudi, competing with Japan. We
mm.
were we were mentally already thinking that, hey, we are not at this Southeast Asia level lah. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the two difference lah. So going to the AFF, it was just like, okay lah, the 2007 is something that we there's no excuse not to win it lah, basically.
Mm,
But if you
correct.
tell me 2004 was the best time I have winning the title lah. Yeah.
Okay. And personally, when you won those titles, how do you feel?
What? I really don't know how to say. Uh, it is a very best experience lah, because every time when you win a title, you know that you are when you look left and right, it is all the players, your teammates who run as hard as you in sessions.
Mm,
We sacrifice a lot of things. That night, when we leave the title, actually it doesn't mean a lot to the times when we suffer. Yeah,
mm,
yeah. So it's just something that this makes our time suffering more memorable. That's all only. And then,
okay.
yeah, it becomes a memories to hold. Fortunately, I have the best group of buddies who helped me become a better player lah.
Mm,
I to go on and won the MVP and top score. The
yeah.
yeah,
7 goals.
7 goals. You see that guy behind you, Khairul Amri, he assisted me 5.
Yeah.
So until today, I said, I was fortunate having the not only the golden generation of the 84s, but the rest of the other teammates who really was willing to put aside their self-interest and bond together as a team and won
Mm,
the title for Singapore at that point of time.
okay. What was it like having the naturalized citizens in the team? Because this was probably the start of that
Yeah.
era where you had naturalized citizens in the team.
Oh, every country hated us for this. Every country said, "Wow, we were fake lah, we were this one." But for me, as long as you got two legs, two hands, and then you share the same heart and passion for the country, I couldn't care much less if you're white, black, brown, yellow. I don't give a shit. As long as you can, as long you're winning for my family, you're winning for my kids, you're winning for my country, you are Singaporean. So I am fond of. Everybody knows me very well. One of my strengths is that I can make a conducive environment
Mm.
in the dressing room. I can do this regardless of whatever this we are lah. So I'm very neutral about this lah. Until
Yeah.
today, uh, I still believe that this if for me it's very easy. If you are not up to it, you are not up to it. Be it whether you are local or whether if you are not willing to sacrifice and focus really well, and somebody take over your place, it's your own doom, you know. So it's very
Oh, yeah,
simple
you,
as that.
yes, yes. And what would you say was your biggest disappointment playing for the national team?
Not getting my 100 cap, which I should, because I was banned quite a lot of time. I
Mm.
was banned a year in 2008. I was banned in 2008. There was like a lot of him. I I I retired with 87 caps, so short of 13 caps. So in year 2000 to 2001, I was banned by FIFA for a year, and there was a lot of games there. 2008 at my peak, I was banned a year.
Mm.
So if that 2 years never banned, I will complete everything with 100 caps. Yeah. So that is my biggest disappointment. I'm not completing the 100 caps.
Okay. And your favorite strike partner for the national team?
Indra Shadan and Khairul Amri lah.
Okay.
Yeah. Both. I grew up with Indra. Indra has already, not only he is one of the best partner, he is a benchmark for me every time because he was playing for Home United.
Yeah.
At the time I was playing for Sembawang, I was playing for Tampines. So every time, every after weekend, I will look at the paper. Last time there was a top scorers table, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So the first thing I would see if Indra score. If he score one, I will score two next week. Yeah. So it was really literally a
Competition, healthy competition.
competition, a healthy competition. We push one another to another level, and when we go into the national team, we know that both of us are at top form without
Mm.
realizing this. So basically, we are always, you score, okay, I will score. It was a very healthy competition. And then when we done the flag for the country, we were at our peak all the time.
Mm.
And then Khairul Amri, being Khairul Amri, he is one of the most fantastic talent that Singapore has ever produced. He was
Mm.
at a level of his own, when he can score, he can assist, everything was good with him, and then he's a jovial kid also. So
Yeah.
not the fact that he assisted me five on that 7 goal haul lah. Yeah, but he is a really two players that I see when first joined training with the national team. Him and Haris Harun.
Mm.
I say, shit, these guys are really at a
Another
different
level.
talent. Another
Yeah.
level. Their talent is another level.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. And now, if you don't mind, we'll talk a bit about, you spoke a bit about the bands you had.
Yeah.
It's a little bit controversial, but just want to understand a little bit more what happened on the pitch, like what triggered that kind of reaction from you.
The first band I have was we played against Singapore against Bahrain, basically. No Ali scored. We were 2-0 down. No Ali scored 2-1. And then after that, he wants to take off the ball to restart the match, right? Normally, and
Mm.
then he sprint to the goalkeeper. And then this Dalis go and do a flying kick. And then somebody wanted to punch them. And then I intercepted and punched him first. So that was the reason why. Every time it was always about protecting somebody. And
Okay.
then I got banned a year because of the Daniel Bennett case. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the Daniel Bennett case, I was going through a divorce, and then it was the Singapore Cup final, and then I was not at home. I was staying in the hotel 4 days because of this thing. So I was not in the right frame of mind lah. Basically, I lose everything. I lose my kid. I lose my relationship. And then the only thing that I can't lose is the Singapore Cup final lah. And then
Okay.
eventually, when we lost it at the dying minutes, and then things happen like because I can't accept the fact that we lost, and then that's basically the reason why it becomes like that.
The
Yeah, people.
if you don't mind, I talk about the Daniel Bennett one because
Yeah,
he's your teammate as well in the national team.
yeah.
So and then you had that reaction with him. So after that was what was your reaction when everything cooled down and you settled down and you look back at it?
Basically, after the game, I went up to him and then we spoke, But unfortunately, also, I know it hits not only him, it hits also his family members around him. And then it doesn't, sometimes I have it doesn't help also, because this is the wrong thing to do. So basically, when I reflect back now, I say, sometimes my passion also got over me. Sometimes I wanted to win so bad. Because in the field, that is where I felt that, hey, I'm the best of the field. Okay, I will listen to advice on whoever because they are the best at it in whatever walks of life, right? Uh,
Mm,
so when I lost the sentiment of being the best inside the field, it triggers me a little bit lah. It
mm,
was always about the pride that I have lah. But again, when I look at it, yes, I regret that night. But I couldn't regret the fact that I have a lot of pride. If I don't have it, I would be a normal player, you see. If I
mm.
don't have that ego and pride. So
Yeah,
sometimes until today, I miss a bit of myself. Maturity takes over me. I'm a bit much more calmer now. But
yeah.
sometimes I told my wife and told my brothers, I say, shit, I miss somebody, I miss myself a lot because I wish I have this pride and ego, then everybody will know who I am. Sometimes if I'm talking to you right now, last time I will whack everybody, on this podcast. But I'm much more calmer now
Okay.
to be relaxed. Yeah.
All right. So when you all went back to national team, I guess it was all settled and sorted out between the two of you.
Right. Yeah. Uh, Immediately, basically, we got this. Daniel is a true professional. Yeah.
Mm,
So when we go into the national team, also, it was all about winning games. Yeah.
mm.
Even in Tampines also, it is not like a very close bond. We some players don't like each other, but we know the fact
Okay.
that hey, we are earning bonuses, so you better run when I run. So we
Yeah.
want everybody got the competitiveness in them, like Titans. It was always in Tampines inside the field is always shouting against one another and everything, but it is all because of one cause only. We want to win the game. Yeah,
Mm,
uh,
okay. So in that
yeah,
sense, you describe Sembawang Rangers as a family club. So
yeah.
Tampines, you wouldn't say is that kind of a club, but it's very competitive. Everyone
Yes,
wants to win. Everyone's moving in the same direction.
yeah, correct. We have all the best players in the team. Yeah. So, and not only the best players, we have all the players who are like above their 30s, late 20s, where they have already gone through like a long period of confirmation, that I've already attained success this way. You need
Yeah.
to listen to me, all that.
Okay.
And then you have myself who rebels in any way. I won't listen to what you say because I have my way. So at the end, it was always okay. How we want to attain the goal, how we want to win the league, how we want to win the cup. So we put aside the differences and then we just go towards that common goal lah. It was
Mm.
beautiful in a way. I every time I say, hey, shit, I don't like him, but I can play with him. How is this possible? Yeah, but
Mm.
in Sembawang, we love one another to the max, but we cannot win title. Yeah. So as a coach now, I look back and take these two formulas, right? And then
Mm.
it adds to the dimension as a coach now on which type of team that I want to create lah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And now when your playing career is of course over. Now when you
Mm.
look back at your playing career, what would you say your career was like? How would you describe your career?
It, you know, it is how I imagine it when I first pen out my vision. You know,
Okay.
I, I wanted to be the best. I'm considered one of the best during my parts of my careers. And then I want to make sure that I played in the national stadium, which I
Mm.
did,
Mm.
and then I want people to be entertained and watch me play and then make sure that they come back to watch me play,
Mm.
even in a positive or negative light. Being when I played, I try to make sure I need to be an entertainer. So if I score goals, they will remember me when they go out of the stands. But if I
Mm.
never score goals, I punch somebody, they will remember me. Hey, Alam Shah punch somebody, like, I will come back and watch this. So every time I say, hey, I must make 60,000, go out with a smile and think how to make them come back. So this
Mm.
was my goal, and I attained it. And so basically, my life as a footballer was really how I imagine it to be lah. I
Mm.
when I wanted to retire, my boss, I wanted to retire in 2013. My boss asked me to carry on until 2015, but I continue 2015, but I've already got the closure at 2013 lah. So
Okay.
20, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
You're talking about your career.
Yeah, my career was good lah. Colorful as this is how I imagine it when I was young. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So it was a successful career on my end lah.
Mm.
The negative and the positive things. I'm able
Mm.
to entertain people. I am the most important thing, I was able not to make my mother and nanny come to match, because I really don't like the fact that they come and watch me play. Every time
Okay.
when I come back, they will ask, hey, why you score? Why they hit you? Why this? It's like, I will never be able to perform when they are there, no? I say.
Okay.
But
Pressure.
Brazil. But again, one thing also, I wanted to be in the Malaysia Cup, have that feeling, the euphoria feeling where I'm being uh,
Lots of
joyous
fans.
in the air, lots of
Yeah.
friends. So I got it in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Until to date, I'm still being remembered and being appreciated. Unfortunately,
Mm.
not so much in my country, but other country. Yeah. But having you here and doing this podcast makes me feel good also, that there is at least someone in our country realize. So they remember me for what I've achieved. Other than that, I think I've 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 get I've got the most closer than any other footballers. Some
Okay.
footballers have to finish their football without them wanting it. No, they got no
Uh,
closure. For
yeah.
me, I feel really blessed lah. I'm
Mm.
very very grateful that the transition from football to my career, post career, is great. So I hope that now I can help other footballers get what I get in a
Okay.
way.
All right. If there's now, of course, you're coaching young boys, but if there's something about today's football you wish you had in your time, what would it be?
Oh, a coach like me lah. Oh, seriously, because I only got Reddy and Borawan who understand to bring out the true potential. I always believe that, hey, football is a human being game, no? But the man management
Mm.
must be better than the others first rather. Yes, you can have all the tactics, you can have all the thoughts inside you, but without the man management, then it's a problem, no? Yeah. So if I look back now, I wish there would be a lot of coaches who have the same mentality, that we are dealing with humans rather than robots. Yeah,
Mm. Recruits, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
because
that's a very military mindset. I understand what you mean. Yeah.
yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay, so we end this with okay, first of all, just give us a piece of advice for anyone who's young enough listening into this show that wants to be a footballer. Any piece of advice you got for them?
Uh, the advice I've always given to players is, like, really have a clear set of vision of what you want to be at a very young age.
Mm.
Pursue it with discipline. Never let your desire burn down, and then dedicate your time towards it. And then when you hit 25, 26, if you never made it to the first 11 of the national team, you better quit. In Singapore, you better pursue some other things after that. Don't linger around in the football world if you are not 25, 26 in the national team. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is my advice to them. Yeah.
All right. And now we end with a fun game. I want you to create
Okay.
a perfect player. Okay. So
Wow.
I'll
Okay.
mention some attributes so you can mention the players that you associate to having these best attributes. Like for example, right foot. Whose right foot do you want? Whose left foot do you want? Header, etc., etc.
Oh, okay. Okay, can.
Heading ability and all that. Okay. So let's
Any,
go.
any place lah.
Any player can be from your
Okay.
playing career or international football.
Yeah.
Right
I cannot
foot.
say myself.
You can. You want. You can.
No lah. No, I prefer pick other place. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Let's
okay.
let's go with right foot.
Right foot, Gabriel Batistuta of Argentina.
Okay. Left foot.
Left foot, I would say Adriano of Brazil.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Strong.
Yeah.
Header. Heading
Header,
ability.
I would have to say Alan Shearer.
Okay. Strength.
Strength, Dede Drogba.
Okay. Speed.
Speed, Ronaldo phenomenon.
Okay. Good. IQ on the pitch. Footballing IQ.
Lionel Messi,
Okay. Leadership. The last one is the leadership.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, okay. Cristiano Ronaldo as a leader. Okay. All right. That's
Yeah,
your perfect player then.
yeah. Uh,
Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Thanks a lot, Alam Shah, for taking time to speak to us. I feel during the course of this show, we probably bonded a bit more also. And
of course.
I can call, at the end of this now, I can call you Bang.
Yeah, of course. Can, no, not problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the invite. Thanks for allowing me to share my stories in the
And
on your
thanks for being so
podcast.
honest also because you shared a
Uh,
lot about your personal life, about even about all the negative incidences you had. Also, you were very honest with us. I think the viewers and the listeners would be really appreciative about it. Because I think a lot of people have these questions, but
uh,
nobody really have asked you these
yes.
questions before.
Oh, but it's okay lah, because yeah lah. Of course, I got regrets at the past, but the past always built someone. Yeah.
Mm.
If I always believe that sharing is always the best form of learning. So I hope by sharing my stories here, the younger ones will understand why I'm doing that at that point of time, and then hopefully the better things that I've done they can emulate, and the bad thing that I've done, it can be a lesson for them not to follow. So at the
Mm.
end, it's always about molding somebody to become better. So eventually, we grew up with storytellings. We grew up with people inspire us with their walks of life. So hopefully, mine can make someone become the best version of themselves. Hopefully,
Oh, that's nice. Inspirational
yeah.
words from Noh Alam
Nice.
Shah to end this episode. All right,
Okay.
guys, it's me, Ras, signing off. By the way, we have got new merchandise as well, got new t-shirts on sale. So you can check it out on our Facebook and Instagram and place in an order, DM us to place in an order. All right, it's me, Ras, signing off. Hopefully bringing you a new episode pretty soon. Cheers.